good. Yeah, it's good.
I had something else.
Yeah, okay. That's cool, man. It's really good feedback on it.
Minute too. It's like, oh my god. I know you guys can hear us. You hear the background back. But all right. Thank you for tapping in to Believe Radio, which is a 24-hour inspirational and gospel music station, amongst much, much more. So we want to thank you for tapping into the Eyes of the Conscious Soul with your host, Sister B Mellow, aka Miss Barbara Howard. And then we have my co-host, Brandon Rose, aka Rosenity, up in the house. And we have a special guest with us today, an artist from the Bay, Mr. Derek Davies.
Hello.
Yes. And so before we get started, of course, you know, we got to always tell you we're grateful and thankful that we come to you live every Saturday from 1 p. Excuse I've been in the studio in a minute. From 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on the Eyes of the Conscious Soul on Believe Radio. The first Saturday of the month, we have the Cafe Le Bleu Lounge Artist Talk. And then we have every second Saturday is Crazy Blessed, and third Saturday is Crazy Blessed. Those are the new shows that's added to the platform. And then we have the third Saturday of the month, the fourth Saturday of the month, we have the Lights Out Straight Talk Youth and Young Adult Radio Show with my host, The Doc, the Prince of Hearts, The Voice, and Mr. Kells. And then we have Carmel in the house. Every fifth Saturday of the month, we have Voices That Care, and we highlight re-entry and mental wellness. But today, we have an artist from the Bay that just had his grand opening at Joyce Gordon Gallery. So we're excited, and we had him here years ago. So we're so excited to have him back. So we want you to introduce him, Mr. Rose.
Yes. So, whenever I think about just Oakland and like just the talent that exists here,
Town Bennett,
the young people, the innovators, the creators,
yes,
the people who use their arts as a tool to heal,
yes,
to empower, to uplift,
yes,
and to change the narrative. It's just, it's just so beautiful to share space with this young man who's been making moves for a very long time. But I think as of recently, he's been making more power moves, and just the presence that he has in the community has been very impressive, but also very impacting.
Yeah.
And we're glad.
And he's very humble.
Back. Very humble. Yeah.
Humble. You know, that's the key to me, to artistry and to life, is to be humble.
Yeah.
You know, we are servants out here, and don't take the servant word in a negative way. Take the servant word in, I'm saying, you using your spirit to feed somebody else's spirit. But go ahead.
Yeah. And just super honored to have this guest back for the second time in a new and improved, refined, enhanced version of himself, and continuing to grow and elevate. Let's welcome back. And we get
to be a part of that.
And we get to be a part of that. Yes. Let's welcome back Derek Davies.
Yes. Oh my God. And tell us how old were you when you came?
I was 16.
You were 16. And how old are you now?
19.
Yes, baby. Yes. It's a journey. It's a journey. But before we get started, you know how we got to do. We got to give kudos to the fam. You can't be on no show and not give out to the people that uplift you and that the shoulders that you're standing on. We know our ancestors are the shoulders we're standing on, because I know I wouldn't be here today, and thank God for the Lord. For me, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be able to provide this platform for you all. You know, this is my gift to you. This is my service to you all, you know, to have y'all be able to express who you are as an individual. And I tell people all the time, your good, bad, ugly, your story counts, because it builds you up to who you are today. And I take all my pieces. All my pieces is who made me who I am, you know. But go ahead. Give kudos to mom, dad, auntie, grandma, folks all over the country, you know, the world.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely just thanking God, thanking my family, my mom, my dad.
You got to get their names now. Come on now. You can't be on the show and not getting names.
Well, shout out to my dad, Eric, my mom, Monica or Nancy, and my three siblings.
That's right.
My two little brothers, Eli and Quincy, and my little sister, Monica. Just shouting them out, of course, because that's family.
Yeah.
That's where it starts, of course, getting the example from
Come on parents, now, let's go.
From my parents, always working hard for us and
uplift them. That's
setting the example for my little siblings, who are up and coming, just trying to make sure they know who their older brother is and have a good example.
That's right.
So shouting them out, shouting out everybody who came to the exhibit that opened last night for sure.
Now tell them what the exhibit was.
It was my first solo exhibition titled Intro to the City.
Ooh, Intro to the City. Come on now.
Yeah, and so it was a very good turnout, a very special event for me. A lot of time put into it and just really starting a new chapter, I mean, an intro. It's an intro,
That's
intro
right.
to the city. So
intro. I like that.
And we'll get into more regarding the exhibit.
That's
but
right.
Let's just start in the beginning again. This is round 2 for you, right?
Yeah.
And you've grown within the past 3 years since you've been here, and you've grown in such a tremendous way. And who you were before, you might have a different lens on who that was once upon a time, right? And who you are now, right? So just introduce yourself again and remind the people where you're from.
Of course, yeah. So my name is Derek Davies. I'm a artist from West Oakland, California, Acorn Projects.
That's right.
And right now I'm 19. I go to school at California College of the Arts.
There you go.
And I'm just chasing this dream and my passion of making art and just being successful in what I do in my arts and just being able to live off of it and just have joy with expression and all that I'm doing.
Wow.
Yeah. When I first met this young man, I was doing a tour at McClymonds High School last year, and that's when I first met Derek. And I was immediately impressed by his leadership as a young person. Then I learned that he was from Acorn Projects, right? And then I thought to myself, like, how rare it was for a young person coming from that community to not only be engaged in visual arts, but to use his arts as a form of empowerment, right? To really highlight power in positive ways that makes you forget about all the other bad stuff that the media tends to paint about Oakland, but specifically Acorn Projects, right?
Yeah.
When we think about Acorn Projects, is always the negative stuff that comes that comes from it, right? But this young man is transforming how we think about that narrative. In what ways did visual art become your weapon or your power to help transform your community or yourself?
For me, of course, I always just found it fun. When I was little, I would always, of course, read comics, watch the movies, and of course, just be in class drawing. I'd always just be doodling or drawing.
Can you say that again?
I'd always be in class doodling or drawing.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because we're talking about creativity, using the imagination. I'm not saying anything is wrong with the phones, but it stops you from really using your imagination. And our kids need to be able to use their imagination. Your imagination can take you to places that, how do you think everything is invented? It's because it is the imagination. So we know that the powers that be want to stop you from using your imagination, but they want to create and they let their kids create and they want you to purchase and buy. So come on now, what type of game is that? We already know what time it is. But I thank you when you were saying about the doodling and being able to, that's how you found your superpower. You have to be able to do something physically, mentally, and use that's why God gave us minds. But go ahead. That's why my nonprofit is called BH Brilliant Minds. Begin Healing Brilliant Minds. Come on, let's do this thing. But go ahead.
Definitely, I mean, always starting off drawing, and I just stuck with it, but it goes back to just having the people around me.
That's right. Come on, say that.
My family, my teachers, of course, always seeing me drawing and supporting me. I can shout out a lot of teachers.
So say some of their names or whomever all you want.
It's a lot. I definitely since
but tell them the ones that you miss. Tell them to charge it to your mind, not your heart, because you already know that you love them.
For sure. I love and remember all of y'all. Of course.
Right.
I definitely want to shout out Miss G, Mr. Stone, Miss Maslova, who was at the opening last night. That's my third grade teacher.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her probably since like 5th grade, but we kept in contact on social media. So shout out to her. Shout out to Mr. Clark for sure. Did I say Mr. Clark? I don't know if I said Mr. Clark, but Mr. Clark. And then that right now is like, that's elementary. So, we're in elementary right now. And so back in elementary, I was always drawing. My friends always see me. They text me now and they're like, bro, you was always drawing when you was little and stuff. And
so they're not surprised.
Nah, they was there. They was there. And so, going from elementary, I wanted to go to school like with my friends and stuff. Because, at the moment, I was still young.
That's right. That's right.
I didn't understand fully. But it goes to my parents because my parents were the one who put me in OSA.
Come on now.
And they was the one who saw me. Like, they always saw me and supported me, drawing, making my art. And so they was like, rather than going to school with your friends, it's like some random school, go to this art school.
That's right.
And so I started going to like the Step It Up program.
Yeah.
And, honestly, I was a kid. So like, I didn't know much about it. I was like, do I really want to go here? But they was like, nah, you are going here.
That's right.
And I thank them all the time.
Because that's why God gave us parents. Yeah. For hopefully and prayerfully they can see the expression of who you are and then captivate on that and then guide you that way, even though you don't understand at the moment. But then, so parents, this is what we're asking you to do. See what your young folks are interested in doing, and then you guide them and put them in programs and put them at different schools that's going to elevate and allow that expression to come out of them. So that's always about why we have the radio show too, is to empower our parents and the community about how we should be moving as a people to help our people, get to do the things that we supposed to do and walk in our purpose. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, just helping the kids out, but also helping the parents out.
Yeah.
Seeing the younger people and what your kid can become, or at least like a reference for your kid can help you out. And then hearing the kids speak on like how the parents raised them, it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
So. Just yesterday, Derek had a solo exhibit, right? That he briefly spoke on, titled "Intro to the City." I actually had the honor of attending it, and I got to witness his pieces. I got to witness how much he's loved, how he builds community, and come to think about it, him being here, like I see that he's not just a reflection of he's a reflection of himself, but he's also a reflection of a community, right?
That's right.
It's a village behind
him.
Can
you say that again? The reflection of the what?
Yeah, he's not just a reflection of himself, but he's also a reflection of the community.
That's what I'm talking
about. Everything that he embodies is in addition to who he already is, right?
That's right.
So talk a little bit about just the significance of the exhibit and the planning process and what it means to you, since this is your first solo exhibit.
I will say it was a lot, I mean, starting with the work, it's all work from the past 2 years. So like from 2024 July up until now, and just making the work, and then it really starts at the end.
That's all right. Somebody tapping in.
Somebody told me, right?
It's
actually the owner, the president of the gallery right now. He's calling.
Oh, that's that. I was just with him a couple weeks ago.
I'm gonna answer. I can answer real quick.
Yes.
Okay.
Come on, this is what we do.
Yo, T, I'm on the pod right now. I'm on the radio station.
And guess who it is, T? It's Miss B, the one I've seen you at the event last week. Look at how look how God worked. Go ahead. But you got him in the middle of an interview, so.
Okay.
They can.
Next up, man. Their next fly's gonna start coming out of Oakland. If you haven't seen it yet, come check out the exhibit Intro to the City. It'll be out for the month of July, right here downtown Oakland, Joyce Gordon Gallery. Shout out Derek Davies. Next up, man. With that being said, hit me up after the interview, young man.
It's all good. I got you.
Shout out Miss B, the one and only.
Hey, thank you, baby.
Shout out Miss B for sure. All right, man. I'm gonna hit you. All right. Nah.
Now, see, but there it is. That's community. You see how that works?
Yeah.
Now, look, we talking about community. Now, that couldn't have been orchestrated no better than that. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about community, and then how community tapped. Okay, I'm done. Go ahead.
It's happening.
It's a beautiful thing. It's just a beautiful thing to see how everything unfolds when you're walking in purpose.
Yeah, exactly. You walk in the right.
Yeah.
The right lane of purpose.
Yeah. Say that again.
Walk in the right lane of purpose.
The right lane of purpose. Okay.
there's definitely multiple lanes you could take in one.
That's right.
But getting back to, so it started off, the idea of the show started off at the beginning of last school year. So my first year in college. And I just had made about 2 or 3 pieces. And I was like, I think I want to have a show.
Yeah.
And so what originally the plan was there's this museum called the Museum of African Diaspora.
Yes.
In San Francisco.
Yes.
And they have this emerging artist
on mission.
program. Yeah.
I know exactly where that. I'm from the Bay, from San Francisco. So yeah.
And then they had this emerging artists program where they give artists money to have a show, and then they give them a solo show. So I thought, if I can make enough pieces, I feel like I'm in the right place right now.
Yeah.
I could have a show there.
Yeah.
But, of course, having the good people around me, my teachers, shout out to Shy, one of my professors from college.
Which college?
California College of Arts. College of Arts.
Okay.
In SF, Potrero Hill area.
Hey, was just there at the Warriors game last night in Potrero Hill. But go ahead, in that area,
yeah. Dog
Patch.
She told me she was talking to me you can have your own show. She told me you're gonna have a show. Whether it's with Moad or by myself or whatever gallery, I'm gonna have a show. And so thinking when she said that, I was like, okay, yeah, now I'm gonna have a show.
Yeah.
Whether I get the Moad thing or not, I have a foundation. I have a community that can help me. That can help me have a show.
And I like what you just said, or not.
Yeah.
And that's the key, is that it may be not at that space at that time for right now, later down the line. But however, when you said words are alive. So what you say to yourself and what you put out, what's the name of the show? It's the theme is creating our own universe. Yeah. So what we say into the universe, gotta hear it. It's like, okay, I want to see what you want to do. Yeah. And I'll guide you along the way, and I'll place people at the right spaces to make sure, are you going to acknowledge that those are the people that I need you to connect with to do the work? Mm-hmm. So, hey, this couldn't have been the theme couldn't have been no better. Thank you, nephew. Creating our own universe. Yeah. And we're trying to tell you in community and to our young folks, it's all about what you think and the people that you're around. Yeah. Do that. Do that for yourself. You only got one life to live over here. Yeah. Even though you may go through things in your life, still make the choice to allow you to win. Yeah. And that's what you're doing. You winning. You bet it on yourself. Thank you. And you bet it on yourself. Right. I bet it on myself. Yeah. And I got that from my father. My father said, bet on you. Yeah. And I was like, Then I thought as I got up, I said, oh, I get it. Mm-hmm. He started our business with a 6th grade education. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He betted on himself. Yeah. And he was around the right people that supported him. He came from Florida in the cotton fields, working a tractor at 6 years old to come out here and to build his business. Come on, man. I bet on you.
It's like the stories like that they have to motivate you.
Come on.
They have to inspire you.
Yes.
What you just said, that's a story that you can tell to somebody and they'll be like, wow, that's crazy. I gotta work harder.
Yeah.
And for me hearing that, I'm like, dang, that's stories like that. Keep me inspired, keep me motivated. I gotta work hard. If he can start a business, coming from Florida to also because he moved from Florida to here, right?
Come on.
And so you're going, it's even harder when you move from your original place where you're born and raised to go to somewhere different city, different state. Mm-hmm. And so it takes a lot. Yeah. And it just has to inspire people.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying that. And that's the beauty of our stories.
Yeah.
We say that all the time. This is what we're supposed to be about. And this is the richness of being alive. Yeah. I feel so good. This is the medicine. This is our medicine. You guys are bringing me medicine that will now continue to empower me to keep, you gotta be on this field, girl. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep pushing. Can't give up, because I can't give up because of y'all. I have to be doing this work. But go ahead, babe.
Diving into just stories in general.
Yes, come on.
Whenever we hear the mainstream media paint cities like Oakland, it's always such a negative connotation, right?
Let's go.
But then when I hear stories like Derek, it just reminds me that Oakland, it's painted as the most dangerous city, right?
That's right.
But then I think about stories like Derek, and I immediately think it's one of the most resilient cities.
Yes.
Right? For you, how did you overcome a lot of the stressors in the environment? What kept you away from being involved in the dangers that's presented out there.
Mm-hmm.
How did you use art, if possible, as that means to heal, but also to navigate your own story?
Yeah, I would say, I was always, it's just the way I was raised with my parents, don't do this, don't do that. They were always there. Like a lot of kids grow up different, either with one parent, two parents, no parents. You may see a kid on the bus one day, 7, 8 years old, taking the bus outside, walking by themselves, super young. But for me, I never had to go through that. And so when you're young like that, it's easy to get influenced by other people. You might be by yourself, they might catch you, try to get you into something that's not good. And so for me, I always had my parents around me. I always had my siblings around me. And so once my siblings came, I'm like, okay, I have to set the example. And so having my parents around me, and then like also having my parents, but having my friends, because once you go to school you get older, you get out there, you're not always with your parents. Like nowadays, like I'm not always I just finished my first year of college. Like I didn't.
Congratulations! Enrolls too. He just got his master's from Berkeley, Cal Berkeley. Let's go. Yes, that's baby. Let's go.
I was just over there hanging up flyers. It's crazy. At Berkeley, hanging up flyers.
Alignment.
Okay.
Yeah, but your friends play a big part too.
Yeah.
Because like I just was at college and I didn't see my parents for the largest amount of time ever. Like, going to school, being there for like a couple of weeks, coming home 1 day, 2 days, a weekend, and going back. And so the friends you keep around you are important because you have to know when to stick with them or get out of there. If they get into something bad that your parents or it's not good, they told you it's not good, you shouldn't stick with them. And if your friends are in the right position, because for me, like I credit my friends a lot. Because there was times where we always play around, not serious, but I went to an art school, OSA, Oakland School for the Arts, and so I was always surrounded by talented people, artistic people. And so seeing them really do their stuff, I'm like, I gotta lock in. They would tell me, my friends would tell me like, yo, you should start doing this, you start doing that. And like, once I finally took that next step and listened to them and start doing stuff, like, I was like, yeah, this is for me. This is for me.
That's
and so
the light came on.
The light came on.
The light came
on.
Yeah.
And then, it's so many different resources and people, because at the show you saw like so many different people that I knew so many different people at the show. Like it goes to like what basketball, my climates.
That's right.
My coach Bill, my old coaches.
Yeah.
And some people I know from there, my climates goes OSA, Oakland School of Arts, like teachers, students, classmates, college. It reaches far, building a community. And so
there we go.
I always stayed with the right community. I feel like, and when my friends or people I knew tried to get me out of that, get me doing something different, I knew to stay away from that.
Because you have foundation. The
foundation
was with the parents, and they weren't trying to be in your business just to not let you have things, not have fun. It was because they've been there, done that. They can see it, and we can see things that we, other than sometimes it's like, okay, I've been there. I already know what time that game right there. I did that, so I'm able to see it.
He has such a beautiful way of just presenting that. Because
there you go.
It's almost as if like you treat the world as your canvas, right? You being an artist, and everyone contributes to your palette. Right?
That's right.
In different walks of life, they impact you in different ways, right?
That's right.
And you're also not judging people for the life
that
they live because you have your own journey, and you know that there's going to be a point in time where they might have that light turned on. Right.
And you're gonna be the inspiration to that.
You're gonna be the inspiration to that.
Yeah.
Everybody has different journeys.
That's right.
Goes. So you might get somewhere faster than somebody gets there. So it's just not judging people because you never know what they're going through.
No.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful right there.
And we gotta keep, and that's, to me, that's love. That's what we're supposed to be here for. It's not to judge people, but to support them and help them, and then vice versa.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hate on you. I don't have to. There's so much that you create in our own universe.
Yeah,
it's so much out here that I don't have to put you down or take you down or talk about you in order for me to step up and move. No, we can do this together.
Yeah.
It's about collaboration, not competition.
Collectivity.
And that's why, come on, that's why I tell people all the time, I'm not that competition. That's not even my bag.
Yeah.
That's not, I was not brought up that way. That foundation of us having our family business and serving community and being about community. My father he would rise from the dead right now if I did some, he'd be like, you tripping. So I don't want him to show up.
Derek is such a he's such a connectable person.
And that's
right?
what
it's easy to approach him because his energy is so inviting, but in a contagious way.
Yeah.
Right. It's so enlightening and positive to where like whatever you're going through, you just have to gravitate towards him because you know that's
the medicine.
Yeah, you relate to it.
And we all have medicine that we give out in our community. But when you're in your lanes, that medicine comes through. Yeah. And that's what we able to give to the people. And that's how we create in our universe. We are able to give back that love, that energy. And someone's like, you know what? I was feeling kind of, but since I'm by you, I'm around you and I'm hearing, I'm like,
definitely. Yeah. Like, I mean, going off your point, you know, I mean, I guess I couldn't say I was always approachable. You know, I mean, it was
me too. People like this, you ain't never not been a problem. Like, whoa. If you only knew, but I have to grow.
Yeah, we have to grow. For sure.
I have to grow.
Yeah, like I mean, I remember being like in elementary, middle school. I used to be coming to school like mad.
Yeah,
because your parents wake you up, get you ready dressed for school, and you like, man, I don't even want to be here. But
now, what would you say? I'm glad you said that. So because I'm a life coach too, and you know, being in the classes. Well, I'm not in the most so working with the elementary. Not now, not anymore, but. What would you say to the parent and to the young folks that felt that type of way? What would you say to encourage them, even though you have to go through that? And I know they're dealing with that with their kids. Yeah. You know, how did the parents still stay on target, or you know, you as a kid, even though I don't like being here, I don't want to be here, I ain't gonna listen, I'm not gonna do this. Yeah. But you know, what can you say to a parent that's dealing with that? You know, and you too, Rose. What could you say, you know, what helped you along the way? Because that's what we're doing. We're feeding back to our community too.
Yeah. I can say for the kids, I say, look at it more as a privilege. Because
that's good.
I mean, and I tell my siblings this too, you know, because like it's summer now, but like when I came back from school early and, you know, like they late, getting up for school late, sleeping in, my mom trying to wake them up. I'm trying to sleep. My mom trying to wake them up. I'm like, bro, y'all got to get up because it's like y'all are privileged to be able to have a parent that's taking you to school every day, waking you up. They don't got to be waking you up. You could be late every day. You could walk to people. Kids walk to school.
That's right.
Kids take the bus. Kids 5, 6, 7, 8 years old.
Come on.
Take the bus. Yeah. And, you know, for us, me and my siblings, we've never had to I didn't take the bus for the first time by myself till like 11th grade. 12th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11th grade. That was the first time I learned how to use the bus. I never knew how to use the bus or the BART. So, you know, I just say look at it as a privilege, you know, and just be thankful for it because, you know, kids can't go to school. Kids is homeless. Kids don't.
In other countries, they come on, man. It's like, and I'm glad you said that because and that's what to me our ancestors always remind me is like. Y'all got it way better than what we had.
Yeah.
So y'all can't be complaining around here. And if I feel that kind of way, I just start remembering what they're saying to me. Wait a minute, sister. Hold it. You know, so I check my own self, but go ahead.
Yeah, Derek has a very great point. And to add on to that, I think just approaching it with like a labor of love, right? Not every journey has to be a dreadful journey. You don't have to hate your journey, right? Like enjoy it, enjoy the process, have fun while you do it. When you're able to find ways of having fun throughout your journey, it just makes that journey more worthwhile. Right. So that means just, you know, having that relationship with your parents to where like you can enjoy the process of like, you know, maybe hating waking up in the morning, but you know, it's a greater purpose to it. Not letting moments like that kind of dictate your whole day.
That's right.
You know, it gets better.
You know, it gets better. Right. So hopefully just developing that relationship to where you understand the big picture. Right.
And, you know, I love that what you say all the time. It's like you always share with us is that let's find the joy. You know, we always talk about the things that's negative. How do we still have the joy in it?
Yeah.
And that's what you're solid on. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He says that all the time. It's like, okay, let's find it. You know, we always talking about the negative part and the things we had to go through. But where's the joy? How do we balance that? To me, that's a balancing.
And this is the beauty in what Derek does, because he's challenging that narrative, that that trauma that constantly shows up in our face every day through social media, right? Mm-hmm. We're scrolling through our devices and we're seeing people get hurt often, right? And we absorb that, right? Yeah. But when Derek is on social media and he's having that balance of being in person and on social media, and he's challenging it through his artistry, it helps others kind of heal through that process and also discover their own journeys as well, right?
That's right. That's right. And that's the beauty of being able to live and walk in purpose. Yeah. So when you're giving back, you're doing what the universe, creating our own universe. This is the theme for today. But let me pay the bills. Thank you for tapping into Believe Radio, which is a 24-hour gospel music station, amongst others. Please tap into Adamology. And if you're interested in doing a podcast or a radio show, please tap into Believe Radio and contact us, and we would be happy to guide you along the way. But every first Saturday of the month is the Cafe Le Bleu Lounge Artist Talk. And then we have Why I Dream. She Who Believes Takes Off the Mask. These are all 45-minute segments that could be a part of the corner. And then we have every second Saturday and third Saturday, we have Crazy Blessed with Mr. Curtis Thomas. And then every fourth Saturday of the month, we have the Lights Out Straight Talk Youth and Young Adult Radio Show with The Voice, The Doc, and the Prince of Hearts. And then we have Miss Camille and you tapping into that. But every fifth Saturday of the month, we have Voices That Care, and this is how we highlight in the reentry and mental wellness. But today you have tapped into the Artist Talk on the Eyes of the Conscience Soul with Sister B Mello, aka Miss Barbara Howard, my co-host Brandon Rose Rosinery, aka, and then we have our guest, Mr. Derek Davies in the house. A community artist. And then today's theme is creating our universe. Take it on, baby.
Yes. So when I attended your art show yesterday, your gallery walk, I saw some reoccurring themes from all of the pieces. And I was just fascinated by how everything ties into each other. And also all of it being a symbolism of like your soul and your
beautiful
heart. And the fabric that makes up everything of
come on,
right? You're literally gifting us with that those pieces and that paint, right? I saw ancestral themes, I saw poetic themes, I saw healing, the monarch art, the migration stories, butterflies, being unapologetically Black and being unapologetically from the Bay Area, from Oakland. It's just what was your mind process of what is that like when you have a blank canvas? Like what are you channeling? Where does that power come from?
Well, thank you, of course. And then before the canvas, I say it starts with drawing for sure, but before anything, honestly, it just starts with living, because a lot of things you see in my art are either like lived experiences, experiences that I've seen, or people that I know, or things that I've seen. And so it starts with just living life and then pulling from life. And
come on, say that again. This is what we've been saying about our stories. It's like we're just pulling for life, pulling from life, and then the beauty of pulling, then you're giving it back, and then that's your expression. It's like the bad things that you think that we not saying that they're not. And because I can talk about my own story and things I've been through, but I now pull from it to that's the lived experience that somebody else like, oh, I've been through that too. You made it out. Ooh, so that's the joy piece coming back. It's like, oh my God. And somebody else gets something joyful from it and like have that transformation of that butterfly. And oh my God, this is just, my God, this is worth living. This is what you woke up for. This is what I woke up for in the morning. Go ahead.
Definitely, you pull stories from your life but
and others
because
and what's going on in the world.
It's a universe. And
come on now, let's go.
The stories are universal. Like the work I make, I want people to look at it and feel like it's a universal effect, because
that's good.
In some way we've all been to a lot of similar places.
That's right.
Universal places.
That's right.
Stories are universal. And so it starts with an idea, lived experience. I sketch it out probably, or I either put it in my notes, put it in my notes. If it's like a picture painting, I'll probably like take a photo, some of the work that you saw,
yeah,
might have just been like off guard photos of people that I just seen. And I'm like, I gotta paint. Like one of the pieces is called Stranger.
Ooh,
and
that even sounds. Oh my God!
My phone is
That's
online right now.
Ooh, go ahead.
Yeah, so I got on the bus, and I was riding the bus a lot.
Yeah.
In first year college SF, and so I seen this person on the bus, and I was like, what struck out to me was their identity without their face. Like I felt a sense of identity and character even without seeing their face. And the perspective, it was just like I gotta paint them. So like I was on the bus with my friend.
Yeah,
I told her, I was like, I'm gonna paint this, and I took a photo. She saw it, and then she later saw the painting. But which happened like probably 2 months later.
Yeah,
and so things like that, pictures, seeing people in person, taking photos, sketching, and then it just comes down to like figuring out how I want it to look, and then it just goes on the canvas. I draw most of my stuff out. I might either use a reference, use a photo, or just pull different things, draw it out, and then I just go with the paint and the cherry on top, or just one of the things that will season is just having the music.
Yeah,
because for me, like I'm a music person. I
me
love
too.
Music.
Oh Lord,
you got a high five. I was about to
oh my God, music saved my life, child.
Music. So like I'm always driving to music in the shower. Going to sleep, painting, just walking in life. And so when I plug my headphones in, my music, I just get in that mode.
That's your universe. You then got the opportunity to create your universe. You're like, I'm going to put these things on because these things work for me in order for me to live in this world. That's the beauty. So community, what we're trying to ask you to do in a positive way, find positive things that's going to make you create your universe. And how do you move? That's going to, like the music and the different things. No crazy stuff. We ain't talking about nothing like that. But however, it's what do you need to do to make you be able to live here, on this earth, and being able to give back too as we move. But to honor that stranger, you told a part of his story that nobody, and if they seen the pictures, like, oh, I've seen that person before. And then even if they didn't know their story, they can feel their story through the work and the art that you did. That's oh my God. Go ahead. I guarantee you.
Hope I can find that person one day. It was, the lady with locks. She had she had a matching earring with like a matching like tie-dye shirt. It was very vibrant, a lot of colors too.
Yeah.
And she had like beautiful locks and stuff. And so
hopefully
one day.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can find it.
One day she'll see it, or somebody will see it. I guarantee you.
The universe gonna come through.
If I see her on the bus,
let's say
the universe
come
come through.
Come on. It's gonna come through. For sure. Oh, that's so deep. Go ahead.
Yeah, you touched on identity throughout that story. And when I attended your art show, I saw a wide range of diverse people from all different type of backgrounds there ethnically, right? And then I see your artwork, right? And one thing we didn't talk about yet is that you're ethnically Liberian, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then I see pictures of, I don't know, I don't want to assume, but you can correct me, family, right?
Oh, yeah.
If it's your grandmother, if it's siblings, and I just thought about how you embody your ethnic identity so gracefully, and so it's just a huge part of you. Like, what is that? What is tapping into your ethnic identity mean to you as an artist, but also just as a human being, in connection to who you are and your family?
Yeah, it's something that I've just been exploring. I'll say since my whole life really, but really since 12th grade. One of my teachers, I also want to shout him out.
Yeah,
he's no longer with us no more. But he played a huge part in where I'm at right now. Mr. Pablo.
Mr. Pablo. Thank you, Mr. Pablo. Yeah.
Rest in peace for sure.
Yeah.
He told me that he was like this, bro. You should start, dabbling and getting more into your background and your heritage.
Yeah,
what you are. He asked me, he's like, you're Liberian, or I'm not. I told him, like, yeah, I'm Liberian. He's like, you should get into that more. And and from when he said that, I just started to get into it more. So you see some pieces, they have the Liberian flag. I often put it in some paintings.
Yes, that's right.
And be frequently, referencing it. But from him telling me that, I was like, okay, I should probably explore this a lot more because not just for my art, but for me. Because,
come on,
you know, like a lot of us, you know, African American people, kids, adults, we don't really know our history.
That's
and
right.
so for me, I'm trying to also find that history.
That's right.
Through art and through life.
Right.
And so like my mom, you know, my family, they have a lot of history, and
That's
you know, I'm just always trying to learn as much as I can for real. And hopefully one day visit there.
You will. You will, or they're gonna contact you. Yeah, I guarantee you. The universe, I'm trying to tell you, and you'll be like, Miss B said that. I'm trying to say they're going to contact you and they're going to bring you over there. I guarantee you. And I like that we're talking about identity. Yeah. I tell the students, even at the Freedom School, you remember all the time, I said, your identity for who you are, embrace that. Don't let nobody take you away. That's your superpower.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody take away what your ethnicity is.
Yeah.
That is the key for you to life. And when you embrace that, that's power that comes through. And it's like, why lose you? That was been from the beginning of the time. I want you to lose yourself.
Yeah.
Lose who you are. No, when you find who you are, that's the power that they don't want you to have. They don't want you to know nothing about you and your history. Your people own that. That's why you were created, developed, and made in your mama's womb, is because you were supposed to bring your people, your history, who you are, your identity with you.
Yeah.
In my household, growing up, my dad always told us, say it loud, you black and you proud. And that was James Brown. That was his hero. That was his, you know, that's who kept him, his mentor, kept him going in his time, in his day. And I say that today. I am a black woman. Yes, I am. And I am proud of who I am. And my dad, he made sure we did that. It's like, no. You're going to be proud of who you are.
Right.
And then you walk in that. And then you empower somebody else to empower. And don't lose your language. If you can speak different languages, my son can speak Spanish fluently. I wish I could speak another language, but I have to try. But however, don't let it if you can own it, keep it, because that's what's going to help us in this universe.
Yeah.
We have to bring our ancestors is like, I demand you.
Yeah.
I'm dependent on you to bring your people, because that's who you're carrying, or that's who carried you, you know, all the way through our bloodlines. It's like, if we lose that, that's why slavery. Take your name is who, you ain't this. No, my name is Miss Barbara Howard, and this is who I'm a black woman. I'm, you know, and I then did the ancestral. So the identity, I got it. It's on my phone, but it's like, I'm from the oh Lord, what part of Africa is Maroon? The Maroons, and it was some Nigerian, and they had all kinds. I was like, oh, I love this. Man, I'm like, look, I'm going to find mine. But that, I want to know my tribe. I want to know where we actually, my people. You know, for me, I'm talking about where my grandpa, where they come from. You know, that's intriguing. But the world wants us to that's not nothing. Yes, it is. That finds you. That's your power.
Yeah.
Go ahead, baby.
You know, oftentimes, whenever we talk about just how we uplift people, uplift like young people, it's always through one timeline.
Come on,
and we're constantly telling them that they're the future. Right? Yeah. But when I attended his art
exhibit, about your it was the Dream Arts.
Dream Arts, yeah.
Dream Arts. So tell them a little bit about that before you go there. The Dream Arts.
Oh yeah. So
why it was created. Yeah. Because I want them to make this tie about why he's doing what he's doing too.
Yeah, and I founded a youth program through Homies Empowerment called Dreams, Arts, and Activism. And it was a space for young people to tap into their cultural identities, right?
Yes.
And pretty much it was an ethnic bridging process.
Come on.
They got to learn about the identities of other ethnic groups as well.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And it just helps them build a different level of solidarity with each other, right? Mm-hmm. When you see other community members that you've learned about in your classroom, right? You see them out in the field, you know how to humanize them.
Come on.
Oh, that's a Tongan. Oh, that's a Samoan. That's a Liberian person. Oh, yeah, I know what they people went through. Yeah. Oh, they migrated during this time. Oh, this is what happened to them. It just allows you to see them in a different kind of way, right? It allows you to see them for who they are, right? And who they want to be, right? But anyways, getting into your and my favorite art piece from yesterday.
Oh yeah,
there was a lot of powerful art pieces, but one stood out to me. And just going into the timelines, we constantly tell our young people they're the future, right? And to some extent, I disagree because I think they're existing in multiple timelines. They're the past, they're a representation of the past.
Oh, that's good.
They're the now, and they're the future, right? They're
Say
all
that again.
three. They're the past, the now, and the future. He's a representation of three different timelines, and I've seen it in his artwork. He's looking through the past, through his ethnic identity, through his ancestors, through his family. He's the now because he's a representation of what's going on in this community, and he's also painting his aspirations, his dreams of what he's becoming, right? So, just going into that, like, how do you think about your legacy, and how do you channel?
Because that's what we're about.
The different timelines to be able to be a reflection of your past, right? To go through a day to day, right? Not think too far ahead in the future,
that's
right? Have that balance, but also still be able to plan and think ahead through your artistry as well. What does that balance look like for you in three different timelines?
So I feel like with the art, one of the goals is for it to live in all those timelines.
Ooh,
so
come on, young folks.
Like,
y'all just excite me. I'm this. Y'all don't even understand. But go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, because I was talking to somebody yesterday, and what were we seeing? We were like, oh yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were like, art lives. It literally lives in different timelines because there's art from thousands, hundreds of years ago. And it's still relevant now. I think I said, the Mona Lisa was made how many years ago? How many years ago?
Child, don't ask me.
Exactly. That's the point. That's the point. Exactly. It's because it's so old, but it's still so relevant now.
Come on, so, young man. Let's go.
One of the purposes to have your art is to have it like that.
Yeah.
To have it live
in the time.
Keep going and just keep going. You know, whether it's like in somebody else's house, art can get passed down to family members.
Yeah.
You know, art can live in a space like a mural. Art can be art can be on a building for years. For years. And so for me, like that's how I want my art to be. I just want it to live in different timelines and live for years and years to go, even like when I'm gone.
That's right.
Know, and just have a legacy.
That's right. And, well, that's what we're here. To me, this is what I believe, is that we're here to create legacies.
Yeah.
That's just a part of life. We're supposed to. And I believe if we help the young folks focus on that it's about you leaving and passing a legacy too, because you make a difference. You matter.
Yeah.
You know, and knowing that your story and the things that you go through and you do, that's a part. You know, how do you get them to understand that? Well, I know how to get them because we do it all the time. But I'm talking about to other people out there that don't understand that that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Your existence itself is pretty much art, right?
Come on,
and you live that, right? And your experience that you go through is your color, is your palette, and you're a representation of that through your canvas, right? Yeah. And that's just the beauty in just being able to witness Derek's ability to translate that, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people might be artists, but they don't know how to translate it to where it's understandable and it's connective, right? But Derek has a great way of doing that.
That means that's your creative purpose.
Yeah.
When you're able to do that, because like you just said, everybody can't do that. Every artist, because everybody can't do it. So when you're able to do that, that feeds the soul and the spirit of the person and the people and the world and the universe. So when you can feed the soul, that's why it's called the eyes of the conscious soul.
Yeah.
It was deliberately designed that way. But that's the magic. Medicine. I don't say magic, but that's medicine. Because that's you're giving somebody, you're helping them live.
Yeah.
You know, you're helping them live, you're helping them think, you're helping them all that. Go ahead, babe.
Yeah, and just thinking about your relationship to just the art community, who are some artists that inspire you, that motivate you, and they don't have to be just the super artists that we think of.
Local.
They could be local. They could be in your household. Like, who are some of these folks that inspire you?
Honestly, like I'm glad you asked that question, because when people ask me that question, it's like I mean, the answer is like I'm not just inspired by artists, like. I mean, I'm on social media, so, you know, I always swipe and, you know, I see a bunch of different art. I see a bunch of different artists. And so for me, it can't really be one artist, I can just say like a lot of them. Definitely, of course, I say like African American artists for sure always inspire me because when I look at them, I kind of see myself.
That's right.
So that inspires me. I will say like the first person that I wanted to like the first person that inspired me like that was an artist was artist named Stan Lee. Stan Lee, I'm not sure if you're familiar. Marvel,
yeah,
Stan Lee. So like he was like the first person who really like because I used to watch the movies all the time, see him, read the comics. In the exhibition, there's a book. You might have saw it. It says it's a Stan Lee book, How to Draw.
Oh wow!
And so that was one of my inspirations, when I was little. And also like in the note too, like in the show, there's a lot of connections, and I hope to touch on that during the artist talk.
Yeah.
But in like the little note I wrote in the 4th grade, I was talking about him as well. Oh. But him of course, and then I'm inspired by more than just art. I'm inspired by life. I'm inspired by athletes. I'm inspired by successful people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inspired by a lot because like for me, I don't just want to be an artist. I want to be a person of value, a person of success, a person that can inspire. Like I would love to make a million paintings and make my money off of that or be known for that. But that is like my passion, and that's something I just do for fun.
Right.
Before I did it for money, I did it for fun.
That's right.
And so now,
and that's how it's your passion. When if you make the money or not, you still gonna do it. It's in you. It's embedded. It's like I gotta do this because this is me.
It's me. Yeah. So finding that, of course, but also, also just being inspired by other things, like because I was an athlete too. I played basketball in McClements.
Okay.
And coming up, it was always art and basketball really, and then also doing other stuff, having fun. But in high school, like I played basketball, and that's like how my mentality, my work ethic was really shaped.
Come on, you conditioned yourself. That was you got to come on now.
Speaking of conditioning, we was on that track a lot of days on that track. I was like, I'm gonna dive.
Okay.
Like, it was bad. It was bad, but in my head, I always remember I just always push through. Because whether it translated in basketball, I knew it translated in life.
There.
Yeah,
that's right. In life. And so, I know what the work ethic is in basketball, and I see other athletes, successful college players, NBA players, they're successful based off of that work.
Yeah. That's right.
And I know what that work takes. And then with art, I see successful artists, I know what the work takes, or I've seen the work. So being inspired by multiple things, athlete, and then music too. Music artists. My work is heavily inspired by a lot of music artists too, because I listen to the music and it kind of fuels through the pieces. It flows through the pieces. So,
and that's the beauty of expression.
Yeah,
that's so much. That's like the medicine of expression. Is like, oh my god,
different ways through music, through sports, through art. And so just, going back to the question, I'm inspired by a lot of artistic values. I feel like a lot of things in life can be viewed as art, I mean, sports in a way is art. Music is art, visual arts, art, or just like being good at your craft and what you do in life. That's it art. Right there. I mean, that's an art.
That's an art. So, it takes an art. It takes an art. And I definitely want to have you both tap in the importance of being unique and different.
Yeah.
And not being like everybody else.
Yeah.
And that was a part of it wasn't growing up. It was maybe like the later parts of my life or earlier parts is want to be fit in. And I come to find out I didn't fit in with everybody. Yeah. Now I understand why I didn't fit in, because it was something that not saying nothing against anybody else, but just being, I teach people, be unique, be extraordinary, be ordinary. Don't be ordinary, be different, be you, tap into who you are. Don't be like the other people. You can take people. Yeah, of course you're going to take different things from folks, but then still find your identity, find who you are. That makes you special. But go ahead.
As human beings, like it's natural for us to experience such a wide range of emotions, right?
Yeah.
Especially as artists.
That's
right?
good.
And it influences how we create.
That's
right. How do you keep yourself level-headed to where you're able to still create and deal with your emotions simultaneously, so that it doesn't become something that's a burden. Like it becomes something that's like a tool that you use to navigate whatever you're feeling and going through.
I mean, I feel like you kind of said it. Like I put my emotions, you know, into my work because, you know, I feel comfortable to display how I feel and my views in my work. And so that's how I help. That's what helps get my emotion out and maintain that with the art. With the art.
And that's beautiful because that's what we need for the community to understand. And well, for families is that it can be whatever that's bottled up or wherever the people is going through, find something passionate, the drawing, the arts, the putting something together, you know, use those type of tools to make that expression come out. Cause it's going to come out.
Yeah.
You got to figure out how you're going to let it come out, you know? So being able to have them tap in to see what's going on and what they can use or get to connect their young folks with, to get that art expression out.
Yeah. And when I was looking at all of his art pieces, like something that really just stood out to me is just the depths of emotional intelligence, right? The emotional regulation that it takes to craft and create something that's so powerful,
over here.
Ancestral, divine, but also lead with so much purpose.
Yes.
Manifest Destiny.
Okay, yeah.
Can you talk about that piece, please?
Yeah, no, I got you.
What was the inspiration?
I got to see that piece. I'll be there.
I got you. Yeah, so that was a little idea that I had sketched out. I often see like, you know, different pictures, different, you know, things for inspiration.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that was a little sketch, a little idea that I wanted to do. And so that piece, Manifest Destiny, is about how I'm painting my path with my art, and primarily paintings, you know, with the brush, you know, the brush being held with my hand.
Oh my God.
And I'm painting my path. And you see the miniature version of me. I'm walking on this path. I have my artist overalls on, really embracing being an artist. On my back is, you know, the cross, really embracing my faith in Jesus Christ.
Yes.
And God, and walking that path, you know, and there might be darkness, there may be things around me, but the path is light for a reason, and there's contrast for a reason. And then the on top, you know, having the eyes, like I have I have an eye tattooed on me. Like I kind of.
Me too. Me too.
Another friend calling you. Hold on. I got it. Community.
Go ahead. Community.
It's the community. Hey, I'm on a podcast. I'm gonna hit you back. I'm on a radio. I'm gonna hit you back. Hey, I'm on the radio right now. I'm gonna hit you back, bro. I'm gonna hit you back.
Shout out to them.
Yes.
But yeah, with the eyes, it represents people who see me on my journey. Like people are looking.
Yeah.
People. Maybe it's people who are looking.
Yes.
Like they either will be looking at you.
Come on.
They'll see your path. They'll see what you're doing, and they'll look at you. They'll see you.
Yeah.
And there's also be people who see you, but you know, will want to look away, or they won't be looking. But in the overall, in the bigger scheme of things, they will always be there. The eyes will always be there, and it's like a matter of you may attract them, you may not.
That's right.
Just know that they'll always be there.
The eyes is there.
They're either watching or they're not. So.
And you that not say crazy, but it's all in alignment. A part of my mission is to empower kids to take control of their own destiny.
Yeah.
And that's it right there.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I do. Empower them to take control of their own destiny. Create your own universe. You can do this, man. We winning out here. Yeah. I'm so proud of y'all. But go ahead.
Yeah. And I think just to close this out, what's next for you? And I never want to ask someone what's the end goal, because I don't believe in end goals. I believe in new dreams.
Can I get out? Yeah. Can I get out? I'm over here.
Yeah. I believe in new dreams and new goals and new aspirations. Like what's next for you, and what does that journey look like within the next few years?
Yeah. So I have, I of course have visions and ideas. For me, it's just keeping it going. You know, of course, finishing out the first exhibit, which I'm, just trying to take in for real.
Yeah.
It took a lot of work.
That's right.
Finishing that out, going back to school. And then, long story short, my school is actually closing this year, my college.
Oh, okay.
Low enrollment, low funds. But, I have my full ride. And so for me, we're prioritized. And so I will get my full ride at another school.
Okay.
That next
Excellent.
school will hopefully be in Cal Arts, California. What is it? California School of the Arts. It's
Okay.
in LA, Valencia, LA.
Got it.
And so, like, for the next step for me would be like finishing out my last year here in SF, the Bay Area,
Yeah.
and then going over there to LA and going to school there for the next 2 years.
Great time.
And so for me, it's going there, finishing out here, stepping down what I can do to, you know, really put my name like in the Bay
That's
Area
right.
mix of artists and people, and then going out there to hopefully grow even wider.
That's right.
Meet new people, get new opportunities, and just learn and grow as an artist and also as a person, you know.
That is so beautiful. Oh
Being-
my
being
God.
somewhere different. And then after that, you know, I guess you'll just have to wait and see.
That's
But
right.
The
The universe, you creating your own
Yeah,
universe, but we definitely want to give a shout out to CRC.
Oh,
Hold
oh,
it
yeah,
down.
oh,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
CRC, we gotta get
Yeah.
CRC.
CRC
That's
for
family.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah, that's family. Yeah,
that's
I've been-
family.
I've been working there since I was in 9th grade.
See?
And like again, having the right friends with you. My friends
Come on.
who always working hard, they put me on. Actually, the friend who just called me right now.
Wow.
He was one of the ones that put me on.
Wow. Now look at that. That was an alignment.
That
Look,
was
you
alignment
couldn't orchestrate that. Look at him.
He was the one.
Perfect
He was one of the ones that put me on with CRC. You know, they was like,
Brother
"Oh,
Malik.
back in 9th grade, I
Terhart.
gotta get to working. I gotta
Yeah.
get a job."
Come on.
And they was the ones who put me on with that job. And from there, from 9th grade, I've been doing that all the way until now.
Praise the
I was just
Lord.
doing it like last week.
Yeah,
He's
you
over
were doing
there.
it at
I
our
see you. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I was like,
at our 19th
I
annual
was there.
Oakland Juneteenth celebration. He was there securing
yeah,
the
I was
space.
there. So
That's right.
have a community. And I was super thankful to see them pull up for sure.
Yeah.
With Terhart,
Yep.
Lady Terhart.
Yep.
I was super thankful for them.
Yep.
Sure, that's love. That's
Oh,
family.
that is love.
That's family. And
Yep.
you know, what we say. We all we got. We all
We all we got.
Mhm.
You
That's
know,
it.
So,
That
yeah.
is it.
Wow. Quickly.
Yeah,
let-
time
let
flies
the-
when you're having fun, but
time
go ahead.
flies. Quickly, just let the people know where to find you.
Yes.
How to
Yeah.
get in contact
And
with
the-
you.
The exhibit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
And
of
location.
course. Yeah, the exhibit is open until 31st. So at Joyce Gordon Gallery in downtown Oakland, we're having the artist talk next Saturday, the 11th, from 12 to 3. We'll have a dance performance. We'll have food. We'll have me just talking more in depth and intimate about the work.
Yes.
And then the closing is the 31st of July.
Okay.
But throughout the month, we're gonna have different events. We're gonna have like a yoga event. We're gonna have a drawing event. We're gonna have like a poetry event.
Yes.
You have to stay tapped in on Instagram and social media with the gallery, the foundation, Joyce Gordon Foundation, or
Mhm.
Joyce Gordon Gallery on Instagram. And of course, stay tapped in with me because
Yes.
I'm always posting. So
Yeah.
my Instagram is the Derek Davies, TheDerickDavies. And then I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, but mainly my Instagram is where you'll find everything with the links
Oh,
and
good.
all that stuff. But just staying tapped in to see really what's next. and,
Yeah.
what's
I'm
happening right now.
excited.
Yeah.
It's
This-
about the
This isn't just visual art. Like Derek isn't just a representation of visual art.
That's right.
He's a representation of the art of being a great human being.
Come
And just
on,
his
nephew.
ability
Let's
to be
go.
able to bring people together through
Yeah.
art.
Hey,
That's
Yeah.
that's just the
That's it.
blessing that he's able to give us. And thank you for
That's
being
your
here, Derek.
medicine.
I
That's your
appreciate
medicine.
it.
That's your medicine. We dropping medicine. Once again, we want to thank you for tapping into Believe Radio, which is a 24-hour inspirational gospel music station, amongst others. And most importantly, you're here on the Eyes of the Conscious Soul with Sister B. Mello, aka Miss Barbara Howard. And we also have my nephew, Mr. Brandon Rose,
AKA Rosenity.
up in the house. And we also have our special guest,
Artist Derek Davies from West Oakland, California.
California. And we hope and pray that you were inspired by today's conversation. We always have hot topics here. And I'm grateful to have this opportunity to be amongst these brilliant young folks. So again, we want to tell you to be safe, enjoy your family. You win. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. Be creative. Expression. Get around the people that can help you and guide you
Mhm.
to help you take control of your destiny and what you want to do in life. And we're here for you, but tap into what we're doing and stay connected to community and folks that's really doing the work, and we want to thank you guys again for tapping into the Eyes of the Conscious Soul. Have a safe weekend. Good night. Hope to see you at the gallery.
Yeah, see ya. Pull up.
All right,
for sure.
pull up.
Yeah.